why Congress is demanding the restoration of this special status for Jammu and Kashmir?
Congress government was in power, they were also doing the same thing which Modi Sarkar is doing. The European Union has issued a report which confirm our grievances about the situation in Jammu and Kashmir, occupied Jammu. And Modi government and the Indian government, they were always lying about the situation in Kashmir. After the ये marka haq, the international community is understanding that the Modi government and the Indian government is always lying about Kashmir and other issues.
European Union administration or parliament, which branch of the European Union this report has been released?
Pakistan is a terrorist country and all these things. But after the Pahalgam, can you tell me a single country in the world has condemned Pakistan? No. Modi Sarkar said that we abrogated this Article 370 and 35A to bring the peace and development in India. But the time has shown what development?
22nd of April, which led to a major clash between Pakistan and India. And although Pakistan gave a befitting response to India, however, ceasefire was maintained or brokered by the American president. Modi even did not agree to the point that this ceasefire was brought by American president. He made through his tweet, he announced that India and Pakistan have agreed on ceasefire.
Rahul Gandhi, he said that if you are right, so say that Mr. Trump is lying. But he did not say. Up to now, no government official is denying that.
European Union, which are more sensitive to human rights violations in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir.
General Assembly's session is very, very important because after May 10, the international community have seen what India was lying and what India is saying.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Program Insight in V News English. Dear viewers, 6 years have passed to 5th August 2019, unilateral action by the Government of India led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And in that action, Narendra Modi government abolished special status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And that special status was given under Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. That article was also abolished. So after 6 years, where the issue of Jammu and Kashmir stands now, and what is the future of the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir at a time when there are some of the most important political developments taking place in India? One of the major opposition political party of India, Indian National Congress, has announced 21 days protest against Modi government, and also demanded Indian government of the restoration of this special status for Jammu and Kashmir. This is quite significant political development, and there is a political split first time between BJP and major opposition party, Indian National Congress. Usually in the past, most of the political parties used to be on one page vis-a-vis Jammu and Kashmir issue. So Congress has clearly demanded restoration of the special status, restoration of Article 370, although these demands were rejected by BJP. So what does this mean? To discuss this all, we are fortunate to have with us one of the prominent Kashmiri scholar, freedom struggle mover, and a very notable Kashmiri scholar, Raza Syed, who heads Kashmir Movement, Kashmir Council Europe, and based in Brussels. We would also like to have some views that what is happening as far as Jammu and Kashmir in Europe is concerned. Very warm welcome to Program Insight in V News English. Raza Syed Saab.
Thank you very much, Mateen Haider Saab, giving me the opportunity to speak here.
So,
Uh,
thank you. You're always welcome. Since it is a very, very
thank-
important day, and I've shared some of the latest updates that there is a clear political split now between BJP and major opposition party Congress in India on Kashmir policy. So, why Congress is demanding the restoration of this special status for Jammu and Kashmir? Is this means that Congress wanted its presence in the Jammu and Kashmir politics?
yes, sir. It is for the politics in Jammu and Kashmir, because if you see 78 years ago, when the Congress government was in power, they were also doing the same thing which Modi Sarkar is doing. Congress has uh, uh, hanged Makbul Bhat Shahid, Afzal
Hmm.
Guru, and all these was happening. But Modi Sarkar wanted to have the peace by force in Kashmir,
Hmm.
and that shows that they failed, because now yesterday the European Union has issued a report which confirm our grievances about the situation in Jammu and Kashmir, occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And international community, after the 10th of May, the mood in international community is changing, because the Modi government and the Indian government, they were always lying about the situation in Kashmir, and the people here, the decision makers, they were accepting their
Narrative.
narrative.
Hmm.
But after the ये marka haq, the international community is understanding that the Modi government and the Indian government is always lying about Kashmir and other issues. And this gave us the opportunity to speak to the European Union. And European Union has given their report on what is happening in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But one thing is sure, that Modi is failed. Modi has tried to finish this issue by revoking the Article 370 and 35A, and then giving the non-Kashmiris the residence, or changing the demography of Kashmir, which is also failed, because international community is not accepting this, because until and unless there is a plebiscite, India is a occupying power. They cannot change the demography, and they cannot suppress the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they always said, and we repeat it, that the people of Jammu and Kashmir will never accept the hegemony of India, which is shattered between 6th and 10th May. And we hope that international community will come, and they will ask India to implement the UN resolution and upheld the international law in Kashmir.
Ali Reza Sayed Sab, as you gave reference of European Union report on human rights situation in Jammu and Kashmir, if it is possible for you to share some more light on this report, what this report says, and is it from the European Union administration or parliament? Which branch of the European Union this report has been released?
It is from the European. There are some offices in the European Union. They prepared the reports about certain countries every year or every 2 years or something,
Mhm.
and this was issued by that organization, and which openly condemns, openly asks the question about what the Modi Sarkar is saying, what the Indian government is saying is false. It's not true, because in Kashmir, Indian occupied Kashmir, the people are suffering.
So, coming back to this 5th August 2019, 6 years have passed, Ali Reza Sayed Saab. We always see you holding demonstration rallies in the European capital, Brussels. If we see London, British Parliament, There is all parties parliamentary group on Jammu and Kashmir. A report was adopted, and if we look into United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva, that has also compiled and published several reports. So there is always a concern at the international level. But despite passing of 6 years, Modi government has not moved from its position. Why it is so?
Because the before the 10th of May, the Western world and the superpowers, they
Supporting
thought that they can build supporting India because of the economy, because of the big market, and the important point was to raise India against China. So all this is shattered when Markai Haq, the Pakistan gave very important
precise and befitting
response
response.
to the Indian plea, and
Aggression.
that has changed the mood in international community. And it
Mm.
is the time for us and for the government of Pakistan, the diplomatic missions, that we have to strike now, because the mood is changed in international world. And I hope that this will be the last chance for Modi Sarkar, because they cannot lie forever. They lied before, and they were unmasked. They're lying in international community.
It is Syed Saab, 22nd April 2025, I mean this year, when this Pahalgam incident took place, terror incident took place, Pakistan was first to condemn, and Pakistan was first to offer investigation to India. But there was no response. Instead, there were very, very harsh measures taken from the Indian side, from the Indian government. So, do you think that international community is convinced that the freedom struggle in Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir is a genuine indigenous freedom struggle, as India portrays a different picture? India said it's a militancy and terrorism. So give us the perspective of international community, particularly from Europe, since you have been lobbying since long. There was recently a high-level Pakistani political delegation led by former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. To what extent our delegations and wise have convinced the international community's narrative and opinion towards the real situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir?
I think if you see the what India was saying for 78 years, that it is that terrorist groups, they are supported by Pakistan.
Hmm.
Pakistan is a terrorist country, and all these things. But after the Pahalgam, can you tell
Hmm.
me a single country in the world has condemned Pakistan? No,
Not at all.
because they don't believe what India is saying. Because after some minutes, India blamed on Pakistan. How come Pakistan proposed that there should be international inquiry? Why they did not have the international inquiry? It means the world knows now that India was lying, and India is still lying. And that is why I was saying that the people, decision makers in European capitals and in the free world, they don't believe on India now, and they want to listen to us. And that is an opportunity for us and for the Pakistani government and Pakistani diplomats, that we have to force in our arguments, and bring and talk to the people who are decision makers. And I will request to the government of Pakistan that the embassies in Islamabad, they should be given also, the delegation should go, and they should talk and prepare a dossier and give it to them. This is the moment when we can achieve a lot of support from international community.
So that's correct. That the support from international community is quite important, quite strategic, quite imperative at this time. As you said, that international community did not condemn Pakistan. Rather, It condemned, of course, this terrorist incident. So, what is the latest situation in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir since 5th of August 2019? Situation is quite alarming, or has it returned to a normal situation? What is the latest prevailing situation? Would you like to update our viewers?
Yeah, yeah. The situation as of today in Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the people, they are afraid of India. Put more soldiers on the ground. They are using the drones. They are using the punishment to destroy the homes, and they are arresting the young people to put in jail. And as our leadership, even the human rights activist Khurram Parvez is in prison. Yasin Malik, Shabir Ahmad Shah, and many of
Scores of
them, they
us,
are in
scores of
prison. Why they are in prison? It means that Indian government is afraid that when they will give little bit space to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the people will come out and they will say, we don't want to live with India, we want the freedom. And this message is coming up, because why the India is not giving the permission to international organizations, human rights activists? Why not the journalists are not allowed to visit Indian occupied Kashmir? It means there is something wrong. If it was everything okay, because Modi Sarkar said that we abrogated this Article 370 and 35A to bring the peace and development in India. But the time has shown what development. If there is a development, if there is a peace, so let people come. Let the international NGOs, let the journalists, international journalists, to come and see, and that will help India to prove that this is the situation. But why they are not allowing? Because there is something wrong, and they know the people will speak, and the people will never accept the Indian hegemony and Indian occupation in Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir.
Ali Raza Syed Saab, you have been watching developments since 22nd of April, which led to a major clash between Pakistan and India. And although Pakistan gave a befitting response to India, however, ceasefire was maintained or brokered by the American president, Mr. Donald Trump. So he made tweet through his tweet. He announced that India and Pakistan have agreed on ceasefire. In follow-up development, it was also said that India and Pakistan will meet, and India will sit with Pakistan, will discuss all issues, including Jammu and Kashmir. But situation quite changed. Modi even did not agree, to the point that this ceasefire was brought by American president. So since 10th of May, we don't see any gesture from Indian side to talk to Pakistan, to give any hint, to give any indication that India is willing to sit, India is willing to talk. So, what do you think? Why India is not respecting the international law, diplomacy, and even disrespect to the U.S. President?
India for last 78 years is not respecting the United Nations resolution,
True.
not respecting the international law, not respecting the Human Rights Commission's report in 2018 and 19 of in Geneva. They are not respecting the European Parliament's resolution on mass graves of 2008. All these things happened, but as I said, India is cannot satisfy the international community, because international community and what Modi Saab is saying, that he's silence on Mr. Trump's tweet. He's
Exactly.
silent on anything. But you have seen Rajiv Gandhi has said in the parliament, talk and tell us what is happening. Modi, Trump, President Trump says that he,
Please correct. He's Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, to
yeah,
be
Rahul
corrected.
Gandhi. Yeah,
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi, he said that if you are right, so say that Mr. Trump is lying. But he did
Mhm.
not say. Up to now, no government official is denying that. And on the other hand, when everybody was talking that their Rafale and other planes were downed, India is still not accepting. Now they accept that something happened. But again, they are that is why the international community is not believing on India, because they lied and they are still lying. And about Kashmir also, they lied and they are lying again, because there is no peace in Kashmir. They need to help the people of Jammu and Kashmir to organize the right to self-determination. Until and unless the right to self-determination is not given to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they will continue their struggle, and any government in India will not succeed to suppress the freedom struggle of people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Raza Syed Saab, as I gave reference of split within Indian political system and major opposition party, Congress is protesting, also announced a 21-day long protest. Do you think that Congress will be able to get the special status Jammu and Kashmir will be restored? BJP will accept the pressure of this major opposition party, or the status quo would continue?
I think the situation in the world is changing. Modi Sarkar has lost its credibility on the international forums. So it will put a big pressure on India, big pressure on the Indian government to rethink about that. But I think that only way is to protest, and the Kashmir National Conference announced this 21 day. But the international pressure is mounting on Indian government, and I hope that they will come to the sense and they will accept that the Kashmir is an international issue, it's a disputed territory, and the people of Kashmir has the right to decide. But it will take some time, but it will come to that, because they have no other way. There is no other solution for this issue between India and Pakistan. It is not a border issue. It is the issue of 13 million people. It's a human issue, and they have to decide about this. No other country can decide about that.
So, next month in September, United Nations General Assembly's annual session is expected to take place in New York, where Pakistani leaders and Indian leaders are also expected to come. How you see that particular opportunity? Since regularly Pakistani leaders, Pakistani prime ministers have been attending United Nations General Assembly session, and there has always been strong voice. Not only by Pakistani leaders, but by several other leaders, including in the past, UN Secretary General once spoke about situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. So, how you see the effectiveness of United Nations in forcing India to sit with Pakistan and talk about this issue, or reduce whatever are the hostilities and brutalities in occupied valley?
I think this is an opportunity for Pakistan. It is an opportunity for Kashmiri people. This year's Nations General Assembly meeting is in a time when the international community has lost the confidence of Indian government, because they know that the Indian government was lying, and that is the big opportunity for us. And we have to be prepared, and we bring the Kashmiris to the General Assembly and give them also the role in convincing international powers. And I hope that it will help the people of Kashmir, and it will put the pressure on India. This year is very important.
Ali Raza Sayyid Sahab, although situation in Gaza is quite alarming, but encouraging development is that several European countries, you are sitting in Europe, they said that they will be recognizing Palestinian state soon. Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, and Palestine are two major pending issues, lingering issues on the agenda of United Nations. Do you think that similar approach could emerge in the years to come? That European countries will openly accept the position, the status of Jammu and Kashmir, that it should be resolved in accordance with UN resolutions, or they will be building up pressure. They will be recognizing that it is one of the major issue, as they have accepted the reality on Palestine, and several European states are saying they soon will be recognizing Palestine. So similar voice could be raised in the future about Kashmir. Do you think so?
I think it is a big change in European strategy, European response to Gaza, what is happening in Gaza. It's a genocide. Nobody deny that. And that is why the Israeli government is thinking that with the power they can finish the agenda of Palestine, but they cannot. And that shows that the international community is coming forward, and that is why I am saying that this year in General Assembly, if we put the case of Jammu and Kashmir, illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, I think we can get a lot of support from a lot of countries. If you see why the people are changing, why the narrative of Pakistan is accepted, narrative of Kashmir is accepted. So that is the moment that we strike on that and convince the international community.
So, please share your perspective that which are the countries in European Union which have shown more sensitivity towards these human rights violations, although European Union may not have shown any specific concern, but independently, which are the countries in European Union which are more sensitive to human rights violations in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir?
I
For
think
example, Norway.
there, there are several countries. Norway is not part of European Union, but it's a part of Schengen. And
Hmm.
the others, Sweden, Finland, all these countries, Belgium, Luxembourg, lot of countries, the small countries, but they recognize that there should be done something done to finish this occupation of India. What we were saying is that this year the General Assembly's meeting is very, very important, because the Indian lying, which they were lying for 78 years, and they convinced the international community that the Pakistan is terrorist state and that Kashmiris are terrorists and everything. But this time, the international community rejected there. Not a single country has condemned Pakistan. So it means that is the time that we have to present our case, and this is every country in Europe, they are fed up with India. And that is the moment that when we can go in and ask them that this is happening, and help us or support us. And I am sure that the international community, and especially European Union, will come forward and will say, okay, we will put the pressure on India, because India is not accepting free trade agreement with European Union, and European Union keen to have that, and that is why they are not liking Modi Sarkar. And that is the time we can go in to convince the international community.
So, Ali Raza Syed Saab, finally, I would like to seek your opinion and analysis. As you said, that Indian narrative on Jammu and Kashmir has been rejected by international community. There is a great support for Pakistan narrative, which is, of course, valid and based on principles. So, question is, how do you see in future where Jammu and Kashmir stand? Do you think people of Jammu and Kashmir will continue to suffer, or they may witness freedom in the quite near future? So, what is your assessment?
In my opinion, the day is not far when the people of Jammu and Kashmir will get their right, because the world is changing. You can see the whole situation in Asia, Europe, Africa, and everywhere. It's the alliances are changing. All these things will affect the Kashmir issue, and the people of Kashmir, they will get their right, because the Indian narrative is first time in 78 years it is rejected by the international community, and that is the time that give us the hope that the Kashmiri, they will get their freedom, their to live in peace. And that is the good thing for Indian people also. It is good for Pakistani people and good for the region, because only way to develop in that area, the prosperity and everything is connected to the Kashmir issue. And Kashmir issue, if it's solved, it can help the people of Jammu and Kashmir to get the right to self-determination.
Another very good development that Sikh community, not only in India but internationally, the Sikh communities supporting Jammu and Kashmir. They are also oppressed people, and people of Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir are also oppressed. How you see the Khalistan movement and its support for Jammu and Kashmir? If Khalistan becomes really an independent state within India, so how you see the support from Khalistan to the Jammu and Kashmir?
I think this is a big question. The Khalistan movement, which is indigenous or
Exactly.
local movement against the oppression of central government in New Delhi, and the people of this religion, the Sikh community, all over the world, and especially in Canada, UK, and here as well, they want to have the independence. Why they want to have the independence? Because they have seen in last 30, 40 years that they were deprived of their rights, deprived of their freedom, and that is why they are asking. And I think this will be helpful for the people of Kashmir if the Kashmiris, the Sikh community get their right for freedom, because it will help the Kashmiri people as well.
Thank you so much indeed, Raza Syed Saab, Chairman, Kashmir Council Europe, for participating in our program all the way from Europe through, of course, this online technology, and speaking on this very, very crucial and important day, 5th August 2019's anniversary, which Pakistan is observing now in 2025. 6 years have passed. And the take we can take from your analysis that the day is not far when people of Jammu and Kashmir will see freedom from Indian occupation. May this happen soon. Thank you so much once again for your very, very
Thank you.
valuable insight and very, very valuable time. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.